When the pandemic began, social media was flooded with images of doctors, nurses, and other emergency workers who found themselves on the front lines battling coronavirus.
At first glance, those pictures seemed to capture healthcare workers at their worst moments. But a local artist saw it differently and wanted to preserve what he felt was their finest hour. Here's the upside. Back in April, when New York residents suddenly found themselves homebound and uncertain of what the future might hold, Clifton Park resident Steve Derrick found comfort painting.
For me, it's a calming, relaxing thing.
What he chose to paint were not calming, relaxing images. While scrolling through Instagram one day, something stood out in the sea of smiling selfies. Healthcare workers on the front lines of the pandemic.
It's just at the end of the 12-hour shift where they're beat, and you can see it in their eyes, and you know it. Yeah, chokes me up.
He could have chosen to leave out their battle scars, bruises and red marks from face shields and masks, to temper the eyes still haunted by what they'd seen, but he didn't.
I try to get as real as possible with my paintings. So if they've got a little scrape here or a cut there, or they've got bloodshot eyes, I put it in because that feeds and speaks about that moment.
Steve no longer looks for pictures to paint. People are sending pictures to him of themselves, loved ones, co-workers, at home and abroad. Italy, Australia, the UK.
Brazil, I'm getting a lot from Brazil.
He turns no one down, and when their painting is done, he sends it to them for free. His way of saying thank you to people like Dr. Nouman Rashid from Saratoga Hospital.
And I was just burnt out. And I think what Steve captured was just how I felt that day.
The pulmonologist says he remembers the day his photo was taken, the day there was a military flyover, the first day in a long time he and his colleagues experienced anything like hope.
We did lose patients, but the majority of patients went home. And on that particular day, we were starting to see that and how patients were improving.
A friend had taken his picture that afternoon and sent it to Steve. After 3 hours in his basement studio, he finished Dr. Rashid. The original proudly hangs in his mother's home in New Jersey, preserving that moment in time of sacrifice and selflessness by subject and artist alike.
He's spending all of his days doing this. And I think if more of us were selfless, we would be more together as a country. He's really shown what's best about us by doing this.